Hi, I'm Wubs, and if you couldn't tell from the past month of videos, Black Ops 6 is a really good time. It's an instant classic with a fine campaign, insanely fun multiplayer, and chaotic as hell zombies. However, there is a myriad of issues plaguing this game that chip away at it so heavily that it's impossible to just make a pros list. So, I put together 5 pros and 5 cons of Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Thank y'all for showing up and for all the crazy support we've been getting. Let's hit 500 subs one time, huh? Alright, let's start with the smallest pros and cons and progress to the biggins. Pro number 5. Omni-movement. Omni-movement is a new addition in the Call of Duty franchise, allowing you to slide, dive, and mantle in every direction, something I think Roblox has been doing forever. This single addition has made the gameplay of Black Ops 6 so much deeper than it could have ever been had it just been another Call of Duty title. Miraculously, it also isn't completely game-breaking like movement that has been shown in other games. It really is a perfect balance of complex movement and simplistic gunplay that makes me keep coming back for more. It really does feel great to use, and it doesn't feel completely unfair to go against. One of the best additions to any COD, hands down. I think they kinda have to bring it back now. Like in any future installment, I feel like any Call of Duty without this feature is just gonna feel like it's missing something, which is such a testament to how big this really is. And then Advanced Warfare 2 is gonna come out, and we're gonna be flying all over the place. Alright, I'll shut up. Con number 5, head glitching. Now, okay, head glitching has been a thing in every Call of Duty, so it's nothing new, but I cannot remember it ever being this bad. The amount of times I have gotten a warhead match and I died to the dude on that blue roof, you know what I'm talking about, because you actually can't see them. You literally cannot put your eyes on their face. Head glitching runs so rampant on this game, and it's the most frustrating thing to have players on this game with a whole new movement system, by the way, just decide to sit behind some box and watch a spawn because they know we can't see them. I mean, they know we can see a glint maybe. Now, some maps you can just change your route and it doesn't really matter, but there are others that just they funnel you into it, and it's so annoying, bro. It's so annoying. It's at number 5 just because it's not the hugest deal in the world. Like, there's so many ways to deal with it, but it does bring an overall great experience down a notch. I'm not even sure how they'd fix it. I'm not a game dev, but here's hoping they find a way. Pro number 4 is ranked play. I've made a video going in depth on ranked play and why I like it and dislike it. I'll link it for you in the description, but ranked play is my personal favorite way to play the game, and I just couldn't imagine a COD without it now. It's an even playing field, skill-based game modes, and the gunplay is so perfectly complemented. Let me know what you think of the other video too while you're at it. Con number 4, kinda hand in hand, is HPR, which was also a topic that was discussed in that video, and I just cannot stand it at all. Instead of keeping a fair amount of SR gain and loss, the game decides where you're gonna be rank-wise all on its own. And if you're stuck in a rank and you wanna get out, then you're gonna have to do some crazy streaking. It's a super unhelpful feature, and I hope it either gets tweaked or removed entirely. It sucks. Pro number 3 is the events. There's always a new event going on, whether it be for the Black Cell Battle Pass, or for zombies, or for the holiday. There's always a reason to play, and that'll give you some new unlocks and make the progression feel more long-term. It really adds to the life cycle of Black Ops 6 and makes the community far more solid and healthy. My personal favorite event was the hit list event, where the community banded together to get a bunch of kills to get a whole new melee weapon with the drill. Stuff like that is infinitely cool, and I hope they keep doing little stuff like that. It is so awesome. Con number 3 is the campaign. Now, it's not the worst thing in the world. It has its high moments, but it is incredibly mid. I want to go way more in depth about this in its own separate video, but for now I want to touch on why the campaign is a con and not a pro. The story takes an extreme sharp left turn into no man's land. You are never seeing it again. You don't play as a voice-acted protagonist like you did in prior games, and it's home to one of the most annoying COD campaign missions I have ever played in my entire life. It had a hot start, but it tapers off like crazy, and it really snuffs out any desire to get to the finish. Specific story beats aside, it doesn't necessarily take away from the entire experience of Black Ops 6, but it hardly adds to it. Honestly, I wish they would have taken a few more months before releasing Call of Duty, if it meant buffing out the issues with this campaign and making it as good as it could possibly be. Yeah, whatever, it's still fine. Moving on to pro number 2, zombies. Zombies this year is fantastic. So far we have 3 zombies maps and all of them are super fun. This is the first zombies mode I've played from launch since Black Ops 4, and while it has A lot to adjust to, trust me, it has a lot if you're me. Black Ops 6 Zombies has so much going on that it's so hard to get bored of. Not only that, but XP you get from zombies carries over through your entire playthrough, so if you want to level up your multiplayer, you can just do both. You can play the game however you want and you're going to be leveling up and getting XP, as it should be. It really does feel like COD is coming back heavy with zombies being so addicting again. So happy we're here because the past few years of zombies seems to have been not so great.
Just don't buy the game yet. Just don't buy the game yet. If you're buying it for zombies, just don't do it.
Con number 2 is the price tag. I'm sure some of you saw this coming. For the base game, the price has been spiked up another $10 to $70. Very, very steep for a video game of any kind, but for Call of Duty, this is quite the markup. Not to mention the special edition is $100, which is nothing different from other special editions, except you don't get anything physically with it. The rewards are hardly worth the extra $30 tacked on to the already blown up price tag. Not only that, but they keep adding skins to the game, which is all fine and good, until you realize they're like $20 a skin. It costs an insane amount to get the entire game you paid for, and I have never been a fan of those types of practices. Of course, that's never ever going to stop them, but it'd be nice if you got a little more bang for your buck, especially with this type of buck being spent. Not to mention how tough times are for everybody right now. We're here now though, the only option is to let our wallets speak, but support what you want to support, do whatever you want. And before we get to the #1 pro and the #1 con, again, I just really want to thank you guys so much. Liking, commenting, subscribing is more than I could ever ask for, thank you. And at the top spot at pro #1 is the post-death voice chat.
You're coming with me to the shower.
Oh, no.
Yup.
I want a full
I know, it's a pretty minor thing to have as my #1 pro for Black Ops 6, but you have no idea how much this one little thing adds to the entire experience. COD games can finally be as hilarious as they were when we were young. This is my absolute favorite thing. Killing someone and hearing them call me out to their team or call me some form of slur. I absolutely love it. And you know for a fact I'm telling the camper who was proning behind a corner to stand up and move his feet after he kills my ass for the 50th time. There is so much good stuff about Black Ops 6, but sometimes it's the little additions like this that make all the difference. I could have put the gunplay here, but I mean, come on. This is post-death voice chat. This is what makes it all worth it, I feel like. It makes the game just that much more enjoyable, and I couldn't imagine COD without it. Thank you for giving this back to us, and I really hope you tone down the chat bans because I haven't been called a slur in days. Well, hours, maybe. Okay, it's been a few minutes. And at the very bottom spot at con #1 is AI use and abuse. I'm sure nobody is surprised by this one. Artificial intelligence use at this scale is a new and scary development, and at first I never even really noticed it. But as I play more, and as I've been researching, AI has been rearing its ugly head in ways that genuinely mess up people's lives, much less our game. AI affects everything from how you rank up, to the art you see, to the voices you hear, to how your matchmaking is decided. AI is in every corner of this game now, to the point where the employees of the company are quitting because they don't even have the rights to their own voices, personalities, and talents anymore. Lobbies are no longer based on levels, it's based on how well you perform, and if you have a good game, you know for a fact you're getting sent straight to Section 8. Inversely, if you do poorly, you get the gainfully employed lobbies where you can do well again and get sent right back to unemployment land. This is because there's an AI algorithm that's manipulating your lobbies to get you to play longer and hopefully spend your hard-earned wage slave coppers on a unicorn skin or something. This should scare the crap out of us and make us consider why we're playing. Me personally, I just like the game and I probably won't spend another dime extra aside from when I pre-ordered the special edition. Or maybe some of you don't care and I guess I can't blame you. Either way, this is as bad as it gets, not just for Black Ops 6 but for games period, and hopefully we can get a wrangle on this. Those are my biggest 5 pros and 5 cons. I have plenty more, but these are the ones I wanted to share. How are we feeling about Black Ops 6 coming into the new year, huh? Let me know in the comments, don't be a nematode, let us hear it. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all of you. I love you, take care of yourselves.